I am going to do a very simple and easy lobster macaroni and cheese. And if you want to see how I did it, stay tuned. Can Daddy cook?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, welcome back to Daddy Cooks. My name's Phil. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna do a lobster mac and cheese. This video is gonna be as short as I could possibly make it because I did a lot of the prep work beforehand, okay? So let me introduce my supporting cast. The supporting cast looks like this right here. For my cheese sauce that I'm gonna use in my Vitamix, a Vitamix is a very powerful blender. You'll see this coming up later on in some of my prep footage. But I'm gonna use, I don't know, half, maybe 1/4, maybe half of this Velveeta. Not sure yet. I'm gonna be working off of consistency, how thick I want my sauce to be. I'm gonna use, I don't know, a pound of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna use an entire pack of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm gonna use some heavy cream to get it as thick or thin as I need it. I'm gonna use a big old dollop of sour cream. I'm gonna be using, you know what, hold on just a second, I forgot something. I'm gonna be using a big old dollop. Tay looking at me like I'm crazy. Of this right here, Duke's mayonnaise. It doesn't have to be Duke's. It can be any brand that you want, but you need to make sure that it is mayonnaise and not salad dressing, Miracle Whip or something like that. That's just to smooth things out. Okay, salt and pepper to taste, obviously, and then I'm going to put all of that inside my Vitamix. I'm gonna blend it up to make my sauce. Now, remember that step, make your sauce first. Now the rest of the prep work, which I did beforehand, is I cooked these beautiful lobster tails and this beautiful lobster. Here's a better look at it. All right. Now, I wanna talk briefly about how to properly dispatch a lobster prior to cooking. People frown upon just throwing a lobster inside a pot of boiling water. You're torturing the thing, and all the, you know, the animal lovers, lobster lover folks, they might frown on that. So what I did, if you take a look at this right here, you see that knife? That's the knife that I use for my lobster. And you take a look at this right here, you see that cross T toward the back of the head, you can see where I inserted my knife. And then I just cut right through. What that does is, cuts through the brain, it kills the lobster instantly. The way you'll know is when you pick a lobster up, you turn it upside down, it arches, it does like this with its claws. Once you dispatch it, through the little cross, through its brain, you turn it upside down, it's just gonna be limp. You know it's dead, even though you might have some reaction, some reflexes, put it in the water, it feels no pain. All right, guys, so I got the lobster done, and I already did my pasta. We're using penne, but you can use macaroni or anything like that. I got it in the pot right here. It looks like this. All right, now with that, all I did was cook it. The instructions said for al dente, 11 minutes. I cooked them for 9. They're not quite done because there's gonna be more cooking once I bring it all together and put it inside the oven. All right, guys, so let me get this prep work done and I will be right back. Hey guys, I want to jump in here real quick between my prep footage, and I'm done by the way. But anyway, the last segment I know you saw some panko breadcrumbs and a big old jug of yellow stuff. That yellow stuff is clarified butter. It's ghee, this right here. I make this myself. I got a video on how I make it. I'll put it in the icon above, and I'll also put it in the description box. Now, I have everything coated. Ghee, panko breadcrumbs. I covered this beautiful thing just like that. All right, guys. So now all I have to do is to put this thing in the oven, which has been preheated at 375 degrees. Let's get this thing in. And I will be right back. We are done. That was my celebratory drink. It smells so good in here, guys. I'm telling you, this lobster mac and cheese was a success by look. I haven't tasted it yet, but this came out fantastic. Take a look at that right there. Now, I don't see lobster, but there's a bunch of it in there. So let's see if I can taste it. Here is my taste test. Goes a little something like this. Boom. I garnish with chives. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It's very, very cheesy and moist. The sauce is really, really thick, so obviously if you eat it while it's warm, it's really, really more viscous. It's, you know, if it cools off, it gets kind of solid, but this is nice and warm. I can taste the lobster all through it, but the cheese doesn't overpower it. The crunch on top from the panko breadcrumbs with the ghee is great, and a little bit of a, that's a big old bite, and a little bit of a hint from the chives is also good. Let me add that the crunch from the breadcrumbs is a good contrast to the softness of the penne that I used. Tay mentioned that I titled this macaroni and cheese, but I actually used penne. I think I said it earlier. You can use any kind of noodle that you want, guys. Macaroni, penne, the little butterfly thingies, I mean bow tie things, it doesn't matter. But this is fantastic. This is a success. Okay, they're talking so good. This is an absolute must try, guys. My girls call me Daddy. And I cook, and you should cook this too. I'll see you when I see you. She's pulling them out. Now the hard part's gonna be getting, look at that. Now the hard part's gonna be getting them back in. All right, put them back in there. I don't know if it's a male or female, I ain't.
See?
Watch his leg, there you go.
There we go. There we go. Yep. Sorry.
I'm proud of you. You got him in there. Can Daddy cook?
Mm-hmm.